the Cincinnati Bengals.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. And that kick goes out of bounds right away. And that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line. A carry here for Brown. Only a gain of 1 on the game's opening play.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They get 15 on that game. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jonathan Grenard getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6. 2nd and long coming up. Here's Burrow. High-headed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Looking down the field, but that falls incomplete. Mike Gesicki was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Burrow to throw for it on 4th down. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Is a turnover on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt to punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
On the run to the right, escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. Hurts to the air on 1st down. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. That one was intended for Devontae Smith. See what they have for 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Quick throw on the slant, taken in by Smith. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
This opening drive going to form so far. Now they've got it 1st and goal. Saquon. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. Now Brown. And he's going to be close to a first down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
And the Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Just to get this off my chest and let my heart broken. Seeing how goofies will move for the green. Saying we on the same team, but what do that mean? Why build a bridge just to watch me?
Here we go, here we go. They go play action for Burrow. Open left side is Gesicki. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 23 yards. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Burrow. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Flush to his right. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, he's just committed one of the biggest cardinal sins in all of quarterback play. 9 out of 10 times, Mike, you throw the ball back across your body into the middle of the field. Bad things are going to happen. So I think in this case, he's got to count himself lucky, get back to the huddle and say, all right, nope.
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
He has to do a better job identifying where the pressure is coming from, Mike, before the ball is snapped. He's got to get this ball out of his hand to his outlet, to his hot receiver. But then once he senses the pressure, he kind of panics, and it's an easy sack. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And he's going to have a Bengals first down on what will be a big play there for 4th and long.
1st and 10.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Cincinnati in a moment. A first down throw for Burrow. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, It looks like they've never practiced at all.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
Evan McPherson for the Bengals field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good, and the Bengals are on the board just before halftime.
You know, if it's 4th and 1, 4th and 2, you're at least entertaining the thought of going for it. But I think with what they were remaining left there, half winding down, I do think I'm okay with their taking those points.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll pitch it to Barkley, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake, Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3-and-out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180.
Now, Burrow. He'll find Gesicki over the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts.
That's good for a Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Burrow. This one, deep downfield for Chase. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
On the coverage.
11. Here we go. 12. Hey, 10. 11, mighty. 11,
Burrow. That's complete. It's Yoshiba. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
29-yard line.
Now, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Burrow. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. To the goal line and in. Chase Brown. Touchdown Cincinnati.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touch here.
Makes the score. Bengals 10, Eagles 7. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Running back takes the snap, and he'll tap it ahead to the motion man. And he'll be taken down as time runs out. We've come to the end of the first half of play.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Boye Mafe in on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
To the right side, and he's got Stowers. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That'll be incomplete with a penalty flag down. It looked like someone was across early. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180. 180.
They'll run here with Brown. Nothing. Net at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these zero or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he's going to be ran out of bounds, but not until he gets down to the 40-yard line.
That's good.
A big connection with Burrow and Higgins. 33 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Now they'll pitch it out here. Wow, look up, see a defender all over it. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Burrow now. And he'll be taken down. They got him back at midfield. Jonathan Grenard getting in for the sack. And now it's going to be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Burrow. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He'll air one out for Higgins. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
Now, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Here's Bigsby on the direct snap. And they will finally run him down. They'll have it 1st and 10.
A gain of 34 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Running back takes the snap, and he will keep it. He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter.
And a yard.
Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, it is 2nd and a yard. Barkley. And he will get into the end zone.
On the carry.
Saquon Barkley.
Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And he will find the end zone and extend the lead to 5 points.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here, this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Ooh. And they will finally track him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
And how quickly momentum can turn right around. You just gave up the lead on a touchdown a minute ago, but now the energy swings right back. I mean, he was nearly able to take that one the distance.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And 10.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's...
That could be the dagger. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Play it, and the rush gets there. Down he goes. Now timeout Cincinnati. That's their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
3rd and 15.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position.
7-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10.
11, mighty. He's just set. 12, mighty. Right foot. 12, 12, 12. 11 MT, 11 MT.
To throw is Burrow. Oh, what a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
6-7.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
At the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Here's Burrow. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, There's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is hard. And he'll be taken down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second. As they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Here is first and goal.
11. Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts.
At the 2-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Brown. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
All right, so what's that old line, Mike? You know, if at first you don't succeed, you know, what do? Well, in this case, you just give it to him again. So first down, they go backwards. He's looking over at the sideline. He's like, I got this. Give me another shot. And they grant his wish, and he barrels his way in for another score. Mike, there's not a lot of ways to break this play down other than saying you get the wide open target, you have the play you want, you're aggressive going for two, you just got to catch the ball.
Wes Watkins going to bring it back. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
They're on the 31-yard line.
A first down throw for Hurts. Rolling right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. This is first and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Out wide, here's Smith. And he won't get away. Good open tackle there to get him down behind the line. Here we go. One final play. Crazy. And he'll be taken down, and that is going to do it. Oh, the comeback falls short. Time runs out. This game is over. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. It was a closely fought